We at the American Embassy really are truly honored to be a part of tonight. And I know many of you are probably wondering, why is the U.S. Embassy up there? This is a very uniquely and proudly African instrument. Well, I just really want to highlight actually a little bit more about the special and uniqueness of the Janzi Band. The connection that we have at the U.S. Embassy is with the band itself. This gifted group is part of an activity called Model Men, which mentors at-risk youth. They visit underprivileged communities and train Model Men, which is a group of scouts and trainers that reach out to former gang members and idle male youth that are at risk of being violent and engage them in making music and making musical instruments. The Janzi Band is availing music-based mentoring to these young men. It's an approach that is known to produce triumphant outcomes, since it provides an alternative to the negative influences that typically dominate their circumstances. The Model Men activity falls under the Prevention of Gang Violence program, which is funded by the Embassy and implemented by the Juna Foundation and FAWADE. Through this partnership, at-risk youth and juveniles are engaged in activities that will improve their likelihood to become productive members of society. The project is involved in the rehabilitation of incarcerated juveniles using therapeutic and rehabilitative work. It encourages interfaith dialogues and hosts radio talk shows about the radicalization of youth. We've worked with Becky, the team leader of the Prevention of Gang Violence program, since 2017. In the prevention of gang violence. And we even invited the director of the Heartland Alliance Rapid Employment and Development, READY, initiative, based in Chicago. You see, diplomacy isn't about government-to-government relationships. It's also about people-to-people relationships. And the Prevention of Gang Violence project is an excellent example of that. As Uganda has one of the youngest populations in the world, much of the work at our embassy is about empowering the country's youth. That is why we fund such programs as the Prevention of Gang Violence, which explores the different avenues to encourage behavioral change amongst young offenders. By focusing on the roles that youth can play to build their resilience against negative narratives that lead to violence, this program is empowering youth to redirect their energies into constructive activities and therefore create better opportunities for themselves. The critical role of art and culture in deterring violence cannot be underestimated. Music soars above indoctrination, and it's known to emancipate and empower. It encourages critical thinking skills and exercises the creative parts of the brain that deal with logic and perception. Very simply put, music changes lives. We thank you, Janzi Band, for all of your efforts, and I congratulate you tonight on such a historic achievement. Thank you.